Hey guys, this is Sundown Rider, and this is going to be my review to Nanatsu no Taizai chapter 192, The Sword and the Soul to Save One's Friends. So, like I said in my fairy tale review, these chapters came out 2 days early, but I hadn't anticipated that, so I couldn't really review it early enough. So it's coming out Monday. This one's coming out Monday anyway, which is today. So the cover page for this chapter is Dreyfus holding Griamore's hand. So we assume it's going to be something to do with Fraudrin and Dreyfus and Hendrickson and all that type of stuff. So we then go into the chapter where Merlin is anxious to return to her research facility, and she's kind of just holding the vial with Grey Road in it, and she's like, "I want to sink my teeth into my research." And then we see Gila like, "Yeah, that's cool and everything, but shouldn't you free all the frozen people here?" But Veronica's all like, "Shut up, man! Don't talk to her. She's kind of weird. She'll probably use you as a research, some sort of experiment as well." So she's like, "Shut up! Don't talk to her." So Fraudrin then makes a run for it, like proper cowardice right here. He just runs for it and fires a shot behind himself to cover his back. And while everything's collapsing and all the chaos and confusion, he escapes the facility where they were. He escapes where they were, the ruins where they were inside, actually the ruins of the castle. So in the chaos and confusion, he runs away. But Hendrickson's outside waiting for him, or manages to catch up to him, and he confronts him. So Hendrickson says that he will take Dreyfus back, as he said a couple of chapters ago. He said it last chapter or something. So Fraudrin then burns Hendrickson. He's like, "Pushy and overbearing. That's why you're still single." I was like, "Ooh, you gotta go. You gotta be like that, seriously." But yeah. So then Hendrickson uses Acid Tower, which is his powers are all acid-based moves. So yeah. And last time we saw this, actually, I'm pretty sure he's done this before, but it doesn't work on Fraudrin or Dreyfus. It doesn't work on Dreyfus because of Dreyfus's own power, which is something to do with his unbreaking will, which doesn't allow any other magic users to affect him. Something like that, I can't really remember. And for Fraudrin, it just doesn't seem to work. So Acid Tower then causes some debris to break off on top of Fraudrin. It was above him, and it falls down, it's fall towards Fraudrin, who blows it away with his Rakan thingy, which is some sort of, there's a translator's note about it being some state of enlightenment or nirvana or something like that. So while he's blowing it away, Hendrickson uses this opportunity to try to exercise Fraudrin. It looks like he's trying to exercise Fraudrin because he puts his hand on on Fraudrin's chest and says something about evil demon, or there's a sentence he says, I forgot to note it down, but basically he says, "Oh, kind of infestive soul," or something, or like parasitic soul, go away. And he tries to use Purge. I'm pretty sure he says Purge, which I swear was Zaratras' ability, Gilthunder's dad. I swear that was his ability. I couldn't remember. I still don't remember, but it doesn't seem to work, and all Hendrickson earns is a punch upside his head. So Hendrickson flies off the walls. He's just bouncing off the walls, and Fraudrin says that he's disappointed in him. So then Hendrickson takes it as like his opportunity to burn Fraudrin, and says, "That's rich coming from such a poor swordsman, from such a rubbish swordsman." He's saying that you'd make a squire blush. So I was like, "Oh, this is getting personal." So they then get into a sword fight of sorts. But Fraudrin's blows are way too heavy for Hendrickson to fully defend. He's just not able to fully defend them. He's not getting hit, but he's not defending them. He's losing ground, basically. So Fraudrin then gives the compulsory speech that every evil guy has to give, about how there's no redemption for either Dreyfus or Hendrickson, that they've done too much, they've sinned too much, they've killed too many people, they've gone too far, and they can't come back from what they've done. There is no redemption. Hendrickson says that they'll cross that bridge when they get to it. So Fraudrin then motions to execute Hendrickson. He's like, "This is enough." He pulls up his sword. He's more like a stabbing type of execution, where you stab through the throat rather than cut the head off. So he's about to do that, and he's about to kill Hendrickson, but he says that he'll make it quick and painless, which shows that even now, for some reason, Fraudrin has some level of respect for Hendrickson, and that he won't kill him. He won't give him a dog's death. He'll execute him and make it quick and painless. So then suddenly someone fires off a huge lightning bolt called Raijin no Shukuse, which means Thunder God's Purge. And at first I thought, okay, that seems very Gilthunderish, but the fact that it was Thunder God's Purge, I swear that was Zaratras' magic, like I said before. Isn't that his power? So Zaratras, anyone? Is he going to come in? Yeah, so they think it was Gilthunder that just threw off that lightning bolt, but they quickly realized that it couldn't have been Gilthunder. It wasn't his type of lightning. It wasn't what he does. So then enters Zaratras in like almost a full page of just showing Zaratras. It looked awesome. He's there with like little flares of electricity popping off of him, little flares of lightning just around his shoulders. He looks awesome. And yeah, so he asks Hendrickson, Zaratras asks Hendrickson to let him fight beside him one more time. Obviously, they must have fought together in the past. And Hendrickson's looking at him like, bro, I swear we killed you. I killed you with my own hands. How are you still alive? I must be hallucinating. So then Zaratras kind of pinches him comically. It's quite funny. He's just pinching his cheek like, does this feel like a hallucination? So Hendrickson obviously he has to believe that for some reason Zaratras is alive. We know it's because of one of the commandments. So yeah, Zaratras pinches him comically. And then he tells Hendrickson that their priority is to save Dreyfus, that they have to save Dreyfus now. So they both pile it on and fight Fraudrin, who's actually holding his own. He's holding his own pretty well, but he's still getting hurt. Like, he's getting a few cuts and slashes here, especially when Zaratras is attacking with his like Thunder God's sword and stuff like that. So yeah, so Fraudrin is like, yeah, I expected this much from the former captain of the Holy Knights. So Zaratras then says if Fraudrin left himself open, he's talking to Hendrickson, he's like, if Fraudrin left himself open just a tiny bit, we could get in and use Purge. So Hendrickson's like, yeah, I tried that, but it doesn't work. So Zaratras then implies that he has something up his sleeve as Fraudrin comes in to attack them. So he says something along the lines of, oh, okay, then that must mean that, he says something like, then I'll use, and then it kind of finishes there. So Zaratras, in the last page, I think it was, he's referred to as the Exorcist. Now, I don't think I ever remember reading anything that referred to Zaratras as some form of exorcist, but it seems like his specialty, his purge, is something exorcist based. It's specifically used to cleanse people's souls of parasitic souls or something else that's inside the body that's not meant to be there. But the chapter ends there. It was only 14-ish pages. What? This is the shortest Nanatsu no Taizai chapter we've ever read. Only 14. I think it was 14 pages maximum. It was probably around about 12 pages long. But overall, it was a good chapter. Merlin simply wasn't interested in Fraudrin, so she didn't kill him. She didn't even go after him. She didn't pay attention to him. That's why he got to get away. Hendrickson is pretty cool, but once again, he is too weak to do anything. Zaratras's entrance was sick. I thought that was pretty cool. He looks awesome. I can't wait to see what he's got and what he does next week. Last week I thought Merlin would be the one to free Dreyfus, to like kind of exercise or kill Fraudrin without killing Dreyfus. But we've got the Exorcist to do it. Fraudrin makes mention in this chapter that, do you guys have the balls to kill Dreyfus as a means of killing me? But we've got an Exorcist. We've got Zaratras on our side, well, on Hendrickson's side. So if you can exorcise the demon without killing Dreyfus, which is the whole purpose of an Exorcist, then it's going to be pretty awesome. Also, lightning-based moves from Zaratras, just like Gilthunder, or Gilthunder's just like Zaratras. So our powers, our magical powers or abilities inherent in Nanatsu no Taizai, is it an innate quality that you all receive from your parents? Is it all genetics? I don't know, but that's what it seems to be, because Gilthunder has almost exactly the same power. So only a 3 to 3.5 out of 5. I wanted to see so much more happening in this chapter, and it was a really short chapter, but what we did get was really sweet. I really liked it. The setup for next week is awesome. I'm hoping we get a normal length chapter for starters, but yeah. And before I end it, I want to talk about who the main villains might actually be in the Nanatsu no Taizai at the moment, because we're all getting this setup for the Ten Commandments being these main, like, the main culprits, the main villains behind everything. But it seems to me, and we got the kind of hint for it a couple chapters ago when Monspiet and Derriere were talking to that Denzel possessed by the Goddess clan, the foot soldier of the Goddess clan. And it really, because there was a comment in Mangastream which said something along the lines of this as well. Actually, I think they pretty much said this, but it was that the Ten Commandments, yeah, they seem strong, they seem very pivotal to the story, but they don't seem to be the story. The story I think, is going to be that the Goddess clan are the main villains, because they seem evil, like they're pure evil. Because they might have the title of goddess, and you wouldn't associate gods as being evil. You know, it's not usually a thing unless you're Hades or something like that. He's always portrayed as evil. But they seem to be, because when they were talking to Monspear and Deria, they were hinted as to have destroyed and killed demons who weren't even associated with the war. Demons who, for instance, women and children. Now, only the weirdest and like the most demonic type of individuals, and I mean demonic in the sense as not demons, but they only those types of people would go for women and children in wartime. And for the demons themselves to have not done something like that, because they accuse and they say that the goddess clan were wrong for having done that. So I assume they didn't do it, the humans didn't do it, and the giant clan didn't do it. All these other clans didn't do it, but the goddess clan were the kind of guys who went to the demon clan and destroyed their women, children, everyone who wasn't able to fight, the old and decrepit, all that type of stuff. So the goddesses seem very suspicious, very evil, and I think they might actually be the main villains. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about the goddesses. Do you think they're as evil as I think they are? Let me know. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.